What's going on, guys? Sean here, and today I want to show you how to increase your book sales with no additional cost. What I mean by no additional cost is you are not running, extra ads to get more book sales. You are not making books in a different way, making longer books, making, those kind of extra stuff to get more book sales. What I mean is doing the same thing that you're already doing, but making a little tweak in your approach to increase your book sales. So let's get into the video. So in my opinion, the biggest factor to increase book sales, not only temporarily, but to increase your book sales for the long term and have your books keep selling, is to increase the likelihood of people buying through multiple of your books. So what I mean by buy through is when people buy one of your books and then they go and buy another one of your books. So I call this buy through. I don't know what other people call it, but it's just like click through, right? It's, people buy through your entire book series. So there's different ways to increase this. First of all, of course, higher quality books, because if people actually get value and enjoy reading one of your book, it's pretty natural for them to go back and purchase another one of your book. They are expecting the same type of quality, same type of value that they got from the first book into your second book. So that can increase buy through. The second one, build a brand. So when you're creating a similar style cover, similar style title, right? Even if they haven't read your book, when they're actually just buying your book for the first time and they see that you have all of these other books in a series, it's more likely for them to buy those books up front, because it's just human nature to want to kind of complete a series. At least for me, right? If I see a series of something, I want to kind of read all of them. So you're kind of tapping into that psychology. And just to show you an example, this person does a really good job. Ian Tuhovsky, I think. You can see that he has a bunch of books. The cover has same theme with this color. So the color theme is very similar, and except for his earlier books. But yeah, another example is like Martin Meadows. I can show you real quick. But yeah, so this person, he does a really, really good job of like branding his covers. The theme is on self-discipline. So that's something that you could do. Of course, if it's sacrificing the quality, or, the how attractive your cover looks just by you trying to make all the cover look the same, then I wouldn't do it. I mean, it's better for your cover to look different, but it looks the most attractive as it can be. But if you can brand it out, that's something I always try and do as well. So the third and fourth one is, again, very similar to what we just discussed. It's creating a series and also setting up an author central page. So that is going back to this. This is a author central page, or the author bio. You can easily go to the website is author central. So authorscentral.amazon.com. That is the website. You just go sign up, and it's free to create. You can set up a bio like this. You can upload all your books on it, so you can have a page like this for your pen name. But just by having an author central, there are so many people who would check out a book, click on the author name just to do like a quick research on who the author is, so they're not buying a book from a random person, right? It just adds credibility, adds the brand factor, and they would trust you more if you have a proper author bio page set up. So that'll increase the likelihood of your book being purchased, for at least for the one that they're looking at. But on top of that, if you have a bunch of other books, when they check out this page, that is just much more likely for them to buy through to your other books as well. And the next one I talked about was creating a series. Again, it's the same thing. If you have a series, it's just more likely that people will buy other books in the series. Whenever I make a series, I like to do like 3-book series, 5-book series. I can see that a lot of people not only buy one book in the series, but they buy all of the book, and you can easily tell if they did that by simply looking at here. The customers who bought this item also bought, and you can see like when I do a series myself, I can see my entire series showing up here, meaning people who bought one of my series or one of the book in the series would go and buy the other book because that's the only reason why it is showing up under here, right? So same thing, like, as an example, this person, he's doing positive psychology coaching series. So just by adding your book in a series, it increases the buy-through rate. And if you have enough buy-throughs, that's the most powerful thing that you want to go for, right? You want to get more people to buy one of your books and then go and buy another one of your book, which helps the book show up in each other's also bought section. That is the most powerful thing you can do because it's free advertising from Amazon, and it increases sales and buy-throughs. So, so having your books showing up on each other's also bought is the end goal, and these strategies will help you do that. Of course, if you run ads to each other's keywords, you can also try and show your books show up on the also bots for like a really famous book, right? Then you can leech off the traffic from them. That's some advanced strategies. I can make a video about that in the future. But for now, just showing up on each other's also bots within your books is still very powerful, just like this, right? And the last thing is cross promote inside your books. So what I mean is like inside your book, within the manuscript, you can invite people to check out your other books and put a link to that. So I sometimes, have a page inside my book that says, you may also like, and then I have a list of like related topics or other books in the series. Just one page explaining what it is, and then if they're interested, I have a link to the Amazon page for them to click on it, check it out, maybe purchase it. You can do it in the beginning of the book, you can do it in the back of the book, but that just increases the chance of people either before they start reading your book or after they read your book to click on the link and go and purchase your other book as well. So again, it all falls down to this: having more people buy multiple of your books so your books can show up in each other's also bought section. Now this is just an illustration to show you exactly what I just explained. So you could create a series. As an example, I always bring up ketogenic diet, right? So book 1 can be ketogenic diet beginner's guide, and inside this you can put a page saying you may also like book number 2, which is ketogenic diet 100 best 100 recipes or something like that, 100 best recipes or something like that. And then inside here you can have a call to action saying check out book number 3, which is ketogenic diet 50 recipes under 30 minutes or something like that, right? So just kind of change it up a little bit, but it's still within the same topic. It's still a series that you can make, so it helps with the buy-throughs. What I put here, perma-free. So we talked about perma-free in the last video, where you can set a book to free permanently. Very easy to do. And then what happens is it gets way more downloads every single day because it's a free book, right? It's normal to get like 10 to 100 downloads a day, and of course not everybody reads everything, all the free books that they downloaded, but you're still going to get a lot more traffic from a free book. And so what you could do is like to increase a little more sales to the back end. Of course you don't want to set a book that is selling really well as a paid book to a perma-free book. But what I mean is like if the sales is pretty low, what you could do is like book number 1, you can sell it, set it for perma-free, and by doing so, and then by having a call to action to check out book number 2, you can kind of kickstart the traffic. So book number 1, perma-free book, will get a bunch of downloads, get a lot of people to start reading your book, and then from there you can invite people to check out your paid book. And then from there it just keeps going if you have a good job of funneling people into the series. This is a very good strategy for like fiction especially, but it still works for nonfiction too if you do a good job. In fiction, like people like Nick Stevenson teaches this a lot, of making book number one perma-free to funnel people into the rest of the series. Another thing you could do is, if you are making a perma-free book from scratch, instead of like making one of your books uh, turn it into a perma-free, then I would recommend to make like a 10,000 word teaser. So what I mean is, like, if you have a best-selling book, so if your ketogenic book is a bestseller, right, you could make a teaser 10,000 word ketogenic book, right, explaining people. And what's important is, you don't want to give all of the information that's in your best-selling paid ketogenic diet book. What you want to do is tease people and just show them value, show them that your book is good quality, and they want to read more. Show them tell them the benefits of being on a ketogenic diet, why it's so important, why it is so effective for like weight loss or whatever. Get them interested, but don't share everything. Just tease them, and then invite them to check out your paid book, which is the book number 2, right? So that's something I tried and it worked really well. So again, just to recap, I made a 10,000 word book that just teased people on why this topic is so important, why they need to learn it. And then inside I said, if you enjoyed this book, please take a look at book number 2, where I will go into this topic in a lot more detail, and you will learn exactly this, right? So, and then I put a link to that book. So that's something you could do. And again, all of this helps with also bots. So that's the end goal, to show up in everybody's also bots section. So hopefully that was helpful to you. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't. I'm coming up with a lot more videos like this. I want to do more strategy videos. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. And any questions, comments, let me know. And I'll see you on the next one.